Ilana, welcome. Ilana, you've built some of the top teams in hedge funds. What sets apart top talent, and how has that differed over time?
I founded IDW almost 23 years ago. The hedge fund industry was nascent then. To say the growth has been explosive would be an understatement. And with 30,000 hedge funds today versus 3,000 back when I founded the firm, what I can tell you, and the average life cycle of a hedge fund is 3 years. So, it's a lot of birth, death, birth, death. The thing that is the through line on talent is an individual's willingness to learn, evolve, and grow. And we see that at the most senior levels of the industry. Our clients are the founders of the biggest, most elite hedge funds in the world. It's true of them. I just did a panel with one of our clients, and we talked about how we learn from each other, and we don't always agree on everything. He's one of the biggest names in the industry, and we're each better for it. And that's what makes him who he is, down to all the way down the food chain. It's constantly thinking about, how do I do this better, and learning from my mistakes. And that's not lip service. We see that when we interview people really clearly.
So how do firms then ensure that they attract top talent in this?
By giving people the resources, inputs, and mentorship to make them the best version of themselves. And the best firms have an arsenal of weapons to do that. I mean, like, you can't even begin to imagine. And giving them a pathway. So I may be hiring you as the portfolio manager for consumer or healthcare or what have you. But ultimately, there's a pathway to manage more capital, bigger, better team, and maybe run all of equities. That's just one example. But that is different than a fund where the founder dominates everything, makes ultimately all the decisions. I can pay you more as the founder, but I'm not really going to give you the white space to grow.
So looking forward then over the next, let's say, decade, what do firms need to be thinking about in terms of building high-performing teams? What should their approach be?
So like Glenn Ross, ABC, always be closing. It's ABR, always be recruiting. There are the mandates that they have at a particular moment in time, the needs that they need to execute against, and then there's the stuff that they should be thinking about in terms of who they might lose, what talent looks like beyond their fund, to get a real mark to market, and also succession planning. We just did a search for one of the biggest entities in the world, and the founder is getting up there, and he hadn't really done what he needed to do. And it's really hard at that 11th hour to import someone externally into that role versus had he done it 10, 15 years ago, hired a senior person or maybe 5 senior people and made the best man or woman win.
Ilana, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.